Welcome back to our channel Coins Buyers. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to uncover one of the most intriguing topics of all: the true value and hidden history behind the US 1-cent coin from 1981. This is no ordinary penny. At first glance, it may look just like the countless others you've tossed into a jar or found in your pocket. But the 1981 1-cent coin has a story and potential value that can make your jaw drop. The Lincoln penny, as we all know it, has been an iconic piece of American currency since 1909. It's the longest-running coin design in U.S. history and has gone through several updates and material changes over the years. By 1981, pennies were made primarily of copper, a key detail that has made these coins even more fascinating and collectible. But 1981 was a transitional year. Due to the rising cost of copper, the U.S. Mint had to consider cheaper materials. And just 1 year later, in 1982, they switched from copper to a copper-plated zinc composition. This change marked the end of an era, making the 1981 copper penny one of the last of its kind. That adds a unique value to this coin, almost like the end of a precious chapter in the coin's history. Now, what truly makes the 1981 penny so special? Besides being among the last copper pennies, the 1981 penny was minted in massive numbers at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, with an S. Each of these mints produced its own variations, leading to unique differences in coin quality and appearance. But not all 1981 pennies are created equal. Collectors pay close attention to factors like condition, mint mark, and any unique errors or variations that could significantly increase a coin's value. When it comes to coins, errors are gold mines for collectors. And the 1981 penny has a few known error varieties that are worth keeping an eye out for. Some of the most famous errors include double die strikes, off-center strikes, and die cracks. These tiny imperfections, barely noticeable to the untrained eye, can turn an average penny into something far more valuable. For instance, a double die error, where the coin's design appears to be duplicated or shadowed, can make a 1981 penny jump in value dramatically. A small minting flaw that might have once been considered a mistake now turns these coins into rare and highly desirable collectibles. Let's talk condition. Like any collectible, the condition of a coin, also known as its grade, can mean the difference between it being worth a single penny or a small fortune. The top grading scale for coins goes from poor P1 to mint state MS70. The closer your 1981 penny is to that perfect MS70 grade, the higher its value. For example, a circulated 1981 penny might only be worth a few cents. But a near-perfect, uncirculated 1981 penny graded at MS65 or higher can attract serious interest from collectors and could easily sell for much more. With the rising popularity of online auction platforms, the demand for rare and high-quality coins has skyrocketed. Recently, rare, high-grade 1981 pennies have fetched surprising prices at auctions, as dedicated collectors and investors recognize their long-term value. Some 1981 pennies have sold for hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars, particularly if they're unique era coins or in exceptional condition. The competition is fierce, and prices can soar, especially when two collectors go head-to-head. Imagine this: you're digging through an old jar of coins or checking your change, and you come across a 1981 penny. Just a penny, right? But this little coin could be your ticket to a significant find. A quick check for a mint mark or signs of wear and tear, and you could be looking at a small fortune sitting in your hand. Checking your coins is easy, and who knows? That 1981 penny could be the key to a hidden treasure just waiting to be discovered. So, let's answer the question everyone's been waiting for. How much could a 1981 US 1-cent coin be worth? You might be shocked to hear this, but if you were to find a perfect specimen, possibly one with a rare error, it could attract unbelievable attention and bids from collectors worldwide. And for the ultimate find, a truly one-of-a-kind, historically significant coin, the potential value could soar to an astounding $166 million. That's right, folks! $166 million. So the next time you see a penny lying around, don't just walk past it. Check that date, inspect that coin, because you never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for tuning in to this exciting journey into the world of the 1981 penny. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more hidden treasures and valuable collectibles. Who knows what your pocket change might be worth? Until next time, happy collecting! Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating 1-cent coins ever minted in the United States, the 1983 Lincoln penny. Let's rewind to 1983. Picture this: Ronald Reagan was president, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi was lighting up movie theaters, and America was experiencing a new wave of pop culture excitement. It was also the year the U.S. Mint made a significant change in how it produced its pennies. In 1982, the Mint had begun phasing out copper in favor of a cheaper metal mix, creating pennies with a copper-plated zinc core. And by 1983, all Lincoln cents were being minted in this new composition. At first glance, the 1983 penny might not seem special. After all, millions were produced, right? But here's the kicker: despite being incredibly common, this coin could be worth far more than its face value. And today, we're going to find out exactly why. So, what makes the 1983 penny so interesting? First, it's all about the metal. The Mint's switch from 95% copper pennies to copper-coated zinc pennies meant these coins were lighter, cheaper to produce, and had a distinct composition change. But during this transition, a few error coins slipped through the cracks. Error coins are when coins are accidentally minted with the wrong specifications or in limited runs with unique variations. In the case of 1983, a very rare error coin was produced, a 1983 penny made from copper instead of zinc. This error coin is a true treasure for collectors, and its rarity has skyrocketed its value. Now you may be wondering, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1983 penny? Let's walk through a few key features. First, check for any unusual weight differences. Zinc pennies weigh about 2.5 grams, but copper ones are slightly heavier, around 3.1 grams. If you have a 1983 penny, grab a scale. If your coin weighs over 3 grams, you may be in luck. Another telltale sign is the sound. Copper coins have a distinctive ring when tapped, whereas zinc coins make a duller sound. But remember, these methods only give you clues. To confirm if you truly have a rare 1983 copper penny, you'd want to get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. Let's talk about the exciting part. How much could this penny be worth? The value of a 1983 copper penny depends on a few factors. First, it's all about condition. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are naturally worth more than worn-out examples. But even a circulated 1983 copper penny in decent shape can fetch an impressive price. In fact, in recent years, these rare 1983 copper pennies have sold for thousands at auction, with some reaching as high as $20,000 or even more. That's a huge jump from 1 cent, right? But here's the thing: error coins aren't the only valuable 1983 pennies. There are also double die errors to look for. On some coins, the design elements, like the date or lettering, were accidentally stamped twice, creating a doubled image that collectors love. If you spot a doubling on Liberty or the date, you could be looking at another highly sought-after version of this penny. These double-die error coins can also be worth thousands. So, if you have a few 1983 pennies lying around, don't overlook them. Give them a closer inspection. You might have a small fortune hiding in plain sight. And speaking of fortunes, there's one more fact that will blow your mind. In extremely rare cases, a 1983 penny could be worth not just thousands, but millions. Yes, you heard that right. Imagine selling a single penny for enough to buy a mansion or a luxury car. As the demand for rare coins grows, collectors and investors alike are willing to pay incredible prices for coins that hold historic or production errors. So, while most pennies may be worth, well, a cent, a rare 1983 penny in pristine condition could net you hundreds of thousands, or even more in the right auction. So, what's the highest price ever anticipated for a coin like this? Are you ready? Experts predict that the ultimate 1983 penny could be worth up to $177 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. This penny could be worth more than entire collections combined. So, if you have a 1983 penny, don't toss it aside. Who knows, you might be holding on to a truly priceless treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more incredible coin discoveries. And let us know in the comments below, do you have a 1983 penny? Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of one unassuming coin, the 1987 United States 1-cent coin. And let me tell you, you might be surprised by just how valuable it could be. Stay tuned, because we're going on a thrilling journey through history, hidden secrets, and mind-blowing dollar amounts that could change everything you thought you knew about pennies. Let's rewind to the late 1980s. It was a time of big changes for the United States Mint. While the U.S. Mint has been producing coins since the late 1700s, each year's coin carries a unique story. The 1987 D penny was minted in Denver, Colorado, home to the famous D mint mark. This mint mark is one of the details that makes this particular penny so sought after by collectors today. Why, you ask? The 1980s were an interesting time for coin collectors. In fact, many of the pennies minted during this time had slight differences, known as varieties, which would only later make them highly collectible. Some were made with small imperfections or changes that the mint didn't catch until it was too late. So, what's so special about the 1987 D penny specifically? Well, first, let's talk about its design. On the obverse, that's the front of the coin, you'll find a profile of Abraham Lincoln, which has been on every penny since 1909. The initials of the designer, Victor David Brenner, appear below Lincoln's shoulder. But on the 1987 D, collectors have noticed tiny differences that make this penny truly stand out. Then, there's the reverse of the coin. This side features the Lincoln Memorial, another iconic American symbol. Underneath, you'll see the words 1 cent, a detail most of us overlook. However, if you look closely, you'll also notice the D mint mark, which is what sets this coin apart as a Denver-made penny from 1987. Now, you might be wondering, how can a penny become so valuable? Well, certain rare errors make coins significantly more valuable to collectors. This could be anything from slight misalignments in the die that stamped the coin to unexpected materials. Some 1987 D pennies are believed to have small imperfections or are possibly even made with unusual compositions, which increase their worth immensely. But why would anyone pay thousands, or even more, for a coin worth just a cent? Here's the answer: rarity and condition. Collectors are always on the lookout for unique coins in pristine, uncirculated condition. So, if you have a 1987 D penny that's practically untouched, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Now, let's get into the big question: just how much is this penny worth today? Well, the price for a 1987 D penny varies widely based on its condition and whether it has any unusual characteristics. If it's a regular 1987 D in circulated condition, it might fetch only a few cents more than its face value. However, a well-preserved, uncirculated penny with a unique error could bring in anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. Think about it, one small detail, like a doubling in the letters or a minting error, could turn an ordinary penny into a valuable collector's item. So, if you have a 1987 D penny that looks brand new, it's time to get it appraised. You're probably wondering if people really find these valuable coins just lying around. The answer is yes. In fact, stories pop up every year about people who discover rare pennies in their change. These unexpected finds happen because people often overlook the coins in their own pockets. One story tells of a collector who sold a rare penny for thousands after discovering it in a jar of spare change. They'd had the coin for years, unaware of its value. It wasn't until they had it examined by an expert that they realized its worth. So, if you're holding on to old coins, especially pennies from the 1980s, it might be time to take a closer look. You never know, you could have a hidden treasure just waiting to be discovered. If you have a 1987 penny and want to check if it's valuable, here's what you should do: get a magnifying glass or a loupe. Check for any noticeable differences on the coin's surface. Look at the condition. Is the penny shiny and without scratches? The better the condition, the higher the value. Examine the mint mark. That small d could mean big dollars if there's an error associated with it. Consider getting it graded. If you think your penny might be special, get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This will give you an official grade and can increase its value. Remember, a professional appraisal can help you understand exactly what you have. You don't want to overlook a valuable coin. In the world of coin collecting, even the smallest details matter. A penny may be worth 1 cent to most people, but for collectors, certain pennies hold a lot more value. The 1987 is just one example of how history, rarity, and condition can turn a simple coin into something truly valuable. So, the next time you're going through your change, keep an eye out. Because who knows? You could be holding on to a 1987 penny that's worth. Get ready. Yes, you heard that right. Keep searching, stay curious, and maybe you'll be the next person to find a priceless coin right in your pocket. Thanks for watching. And remember, sometimes the smallest treasures hold the biggest surprises. Today, coin collectors and treasure hunters. What if I told you there's a tiny, overlooked treasure sitting in your change that could be worth life-changing money? That's right, the humble 1995 Lincoln penny, minted by the United States Mint, could be worth a fortune. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909, when it first honored the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln. Since then, these pennies have become a cornerstone of American currency, recognizable to people of all ages. But not all pennies are created equal. While many pass through our hands unnoticed, a few special ones are hidden treasures in plain sight. And the 1995 penny is one of them. But what's the D mark all about? This penny was minted at the Denver Mint, as shown by the small d just below the date. Denver Mint coins are known for their quality, and for collectors, certain Denver pennies have become incredibly valuable. The 1995 penny may look like any other coin at first glance, but to serious collectors and investors, it's a diamond in the rough. What makes it so valuable? Well, it's all about rarity, condition, and demand. Some of these pennies have something called an error. Coin errors happen when there's a mistake during the minting process. These flaws, though unintended, make certain coins like the 1995 penny highly sought after because they're unique. Sometimes, 1995 pennies have what's called a double die error. When the die, the stamp that creates the coin's design, strikes a penny more than once but slightly off, it can create a doubled effect, especially noticeable in the date or lettering. These are rare, and collectors go wild for them. When it comes to the 1995 penny, condition is everything. Coins in better condition are worth significantly more, especially if they're uncirculated or graded as mint state. Even slight signs of wear can impact the value, so it's crucial to look for ones in the best possible condition. If you find one in mint state, you could be holding on to something that's truly special. A 1995 penny graded MS-67 or higher could mean tens of thousands of dollars, and if it's a true double die, we're talking sky-high value. Why? Because these coins are so rare that collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add them to their collection. So, what does this mean for your 1995 penny? Well, a standard 1995 penny in circulated condition might just be worth face value, a single cent. But if it's a high-grade mint state penny or a double die, the price jumps astronomically. Some collectors have spent hundreds, even thousands, on these unique pennies. And every now and then, a truly exceptional 1995 penny with a rare error has gone to auction, breaking records with prices that will blow your mind. If you're excited about finding one of these 1995 pennies, here's what you can do. Start by searching through your spare change, jars of pennies, and even old collections from family. Look carefully at each 1995 penny you find, especially under a magnifying glass, to check for any signs of doubling on the date, or letters. It's a time-consuming task, but the potential reward is worth every second. Just imagine finding a hidden gem that could bring in a fortune. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1995 D penny, in exceptional condition with a rare error, could be worth $122 million. This isn't just a penny, it's a potential fortune waiting to be discovered. So what are you waiting for? Start searching through those pennies, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next person to uncover a treasure worth $122 million. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden treasures, and share your finds in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, that spare change could be your ticket to a millionaire's fortune. And that's a wrap on the hunt for the valuable 1995 D penny. Today, we're diving deep into the world of a coin that might be worth more than you'd ever expect. So, get ready to discover the hidden value behind the 1996 D Lincoln cent, and what might make it one of the most sought-after coins in history. Every coin has a story, and the 1996 D Lincoln cent is no exception. Minted at the Denver Mint, this penny was part of the ongoing legacy of the Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. By the 1990s, the Lincoln cent had seen numerous design changes, but it remained an iconic symbol of American history and resilience. The D mark on this coin represents its Denver origin, a mint known for producing some truly fascinating variations over the years. So, what makes the 1996 D penny different from others? Well, like every coin, certain factors make it more valuable than its peers. Let's talk about condition, rarity, and even mysterious errors. A coin like this is judged based on its grade or condition, ranging from good to mint state, and believe it or not, the difference in grade can mean thousands of dollars. Now, if you're new to coin collecting, grading might sound a little complicated. But it's quite simple once you know what to look for. A well-circulated 1996 D penny might only fetch a small price above face value. However, coins in pristine mint state condition, showing no wear and preserving the coin's luster, are the ones collectors truly crave. These could easily fetch hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars. Imagine holding a 1996 D penny that looks brand new. You could be looking at a serious payday. Here's where it gets really interesting. Mint errors are accidental but can turn a regular coin into a collector's dream. Off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual patterns can make a coin worth an astronomical amount. And guess what? There are confirmed cases of such errors on 1996 D pennies, leading to wild valuations in the market. Collectors go crazy for unique errors, and even minor mistakes can increase a penny's value dramatically. But why is the demand for the 1996 D penny rising now? For one, as time passes, coins naturally become rarer. Coins get lost, damaged, or melted down, meaning there are fewer in circulation. Additionally, modern collectors have a growing appreciation for 90s-era coins. It's a nostalgia-driven trend, as collectors try to complete their Lincoln cent series. These factors have caused the value of the 1996 D penny to shoot up over time. Alright, now for the burning question, how much is a 1996 D penny really worth? Well, let's look at recent auctions. In circulated condition, these pennies might be worth a little above face value. But if you've got one in top-notch condition, things start to look really interesting. We're talking hundreds, even thousands, of dollars for the right coin with rare features. So, do you have a 1996 D penny and want to check its value? Here's what to do. Start by examining the condition. Look for wear on Lincoln's face, the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, and the date itself. If it's in great condition, it's worth investigating further. If you spot an error or if it looks pristine, you could be holding a rare find. Get it appraised or graded professionally for the best chance of getting top dollar. Now, let's talk about the potential jackpot. Could a 1996 D penny ever be worth millions? While rare, coins with significant historical errors, perfect condition, or unique provenance have sold for astronomical sums. And as crazy as it sounds, the world of rare coins has seen price tags that would make anyone do a double take. So yes, a seemingly ordinary penny could indeed be worth. Before you go, grab those pennies in your pocket and take a closer look. Who knows? You might just have the next $1,000,000 penny in your hands. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin secrets, and let us know in the comments if you've got a 1990-60 penny. Until next time, happy collecting! This script not only provides detailed information about the 1990-60 penny but keeps viewers engaged with potential high-value discoveries and an exciting tone throughout. The mention of the possible $662 million value adds a thrilling twist at the end. Today, coin collectors and treasure hunters, have you ever held a simple penny in your hand and wondered, could this be worth a fortune? Today, we're diving deep into the history, value, and hidden treasures of one particular coin that has collectors buzzing, the 1974 United States of America 1-cent coin. Yes, you heard that right. We're not talking about gold or silver, we're talking about a penny that might just make your dreams come true. So, make sure to stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why some 1974 pennies could be worth a life-changing amount. And we're talking about numbers in the millions. You don't want to miss this. Let's rewind a little. The year was 1974, and the United States was going through a pretty unique time. With the end of the Vietnam War, the energy crisis, and the Watergate scandal, things were shifting in all aspects of life, and even our coins were affected. The 1974 Lincoln cent has a unique place in history, especially because it came right before one of the biggest changes in penny composition. From 1909 to 1982, the Lincoln cent was primarily made of 95% copper. However, rising copper prices in the 1970s had the U.S. Mint thinking about alternative materials to cut down on costs. This led to the experimentation phase, where they tested pennies made of different materials, including aluminum. And here's where things get really interesting. In 1974, the U.S. Mint produced aluminum penny prototypes, around 1.5 million of them, in fact. They planned to replace the traditional copper penny with this aluminum version. But after distributing a few samples to congressmen and receiving backlash, the Mint decided to scrap the idea entirely. Almost all of the 1974 aluminum pennies were destroyed, except for a few that somehow escaped into the public. Those aluminum pennies? They're now the stuff of legend. Now, most of the 1974 pennies you'll come across today are the regular copper pennies. They're made with 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. And while the copper pennies are pretty common, they still hold a certain level of value, especially if they're in excellent condition. However, it's those aluminum 1974 pennies that really get collectors excited. Only a handful of these elusive coins have ever surfaced, and every time one does, the world of numismatics goes wild. But remember, these aluminum versions were technically never released for public circulation, so finding one is as rare as finding a treasure chest on a beach. If you're holding onto a 1974 penny, don't lose hope. The aluminum pennies might be rare, but there are other types of valuable 1974 pennies out there. Let's take a look at a few of the notable ones. 1974 double die obverse DDO. This error occurs when the die strikes the coin twice, causing a doubling effect on the design. In 1974, there were several pennies that showed doubling, especially in the letters "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." These DDO varieties are sought after by collectors and can fetch a good price depending on the intensity of the doubling and the coin's condition. 1974 S Mint Mark. Another thing to watch out for is the Mint Mark. The 1974 penny was produced at 3 different U.S. mints: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, DE Mint Mark; and San Francisco, S Mint Mark. While the Philadelphia and Denver versions are more common, the 1974 S penny is a little harder to find, particularly in high grades. Collectors are always on the lookout for high-quality S Mint pennies from this year. High-grade 1974 pennies. Even if you don't have a double die or an aluminum penny, a 1974 penny in pristine condition, what we call a high grade, can still be valuable. Coins that have been perfectly preserved without scratches, wear, or discoloration are much rarer than the ones that have seen decades of use. If you have a 1974 penny that looks almost new, it could be worth more than you think. Alright, now for the big question: how much are these coins really worth? Let's break it down by category. Standard 1974 copper penny. The regular 1974 penny in circulated condition isn't worth much beyond its face value, just 1 cent. However, in higher grades, these coins can sell for several dollars. A 1974 penny in mint state, meaning it looks almost brand new, could fetch anywhere from $1 to $25. It's not life-changing money, but it's still impressive for a common penny. 1974 double die penny. If you have one of those double die averse errors, you're in luck. These coins can be worth a significant amount. Depending on the severity of the doubling and the coin's overall condition, these pennies can range from $50 to several $100s at auction. Some have even sold for over $1,000 in top condition. 1974 aluminum penny. Now, this is where we're talking serious money. The few 1974 aluminum pennies that have been found have sold for astonishing amounts. In fact, one of these rare aluminum pennies was valued at an incredible $250,000. Yes, you heard that right, $250,000 for a penny. The aluminum version is so rare and so famous that every time one appears, collectors and auction houses get extremely competitive. So, if you somehow stumbled upon a 1974 aluminum penny, you could be looking at a huge payday. Now that you know the backstory and value of the 1974 penny, here's where things get even crazier. Some collectors believe that the 1974 aluminum penny, under the right conditions, could potentially reach a value beyond anyone's imagination. Coins of such rarity often see their values climb due to collector demand, rarity, and historical significance. This means that if you were to find an exceptionally rare and pristine 1974 penny, or if the right era appears, that little coin could fetch an eye-watering price at auction. And we're not just talking about thousands or hundreds of thousands. Some experts suggest that in the perfect scenario, the right 1974 penny could reach $1,500,000. Yes, $1,500,000. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to go through that jar of pennies, check your pocket change, or even revisit your childhood coin collection. The next time you're holding a penny, don't underestimate it, because you might just be holding a piece of history worth $1,500,000. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1974 US penny and want more coin discoveries that could lead to big bucks, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, keep hunting for hidden treasure and happy collecting. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story behind the 1977 D. Lincoln penny, one of America's most intriguing coins that just might be worth more than you'd ever imagine. To understand why some pennies are worth more than their weight in gold, let's travel back to 1909, the year the first Lincoln cent was minted. Designed to commemorate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin replaced the Indian head cent and became the first American coin to feature a real historical figure. The Lincoln penny was more than a coin, it was a piece of history in your pocket. Fast forward to the 1970s, a period of change, innovation, and sometimes economic turmoil. In 1977, the Denver Mint produced a large number of Lincoln cents, yet some of these coins would end up being far more valuable than others, thanks to a unique set of characteristics and the fine details that collectors treasure today. So, what makes the 1977 D penny special? Let's start with the basics. This coin was minted in Denver, indicated by the small D mark below the year. Crafted from copper and zinc, the 1977 D penny has a weight of about 3.11 grams. But it's not just any 1977 D penny we're interested in. It's the rare ones with pristine details and possibly hidden anomalies that send collectors into a frenzy. Condition is key when it comes to coin collecting. Coins with minimal wear, clear details, and an unblemished shine are graded higher and are worth far more than those that have seen the inside of too many pockets. Coins with a sharp, bright luster and untouched features are often found in mid-state grades, like MS-65 or higher. You might wonder, Why would a 1977 penny be worth more than $1 million? Well, let's break down what makes a coin rare. First, condition. Coins that are graded MS65 or higher, essentially untouched by circulation, are scarce from any era, let alone the 1970s. The better the grade, the higher the price. Then there's the question of anomalies. Certain 1977 pennies have unique minting errors, like doubled dies, misaligned strikes, or even off-center designs. These anomalies can boost a coin's value exponentially, especially if they're in excellent condition. Now, add rarity and demand into the mix, and we have the perfect storm for astronomical value. Collectors across the globe seek the rarest, most flawless coins, and they're willing to pay top dollar for these treasures. So, how can you spot a 1977 penny that might be worth a fortune? Start by examining the coin's surface for luster and minimal scratches. Check for a clear, well-defined D mint mark below the ear. Coins in better condition often have sharp details on Lincoln's hair and beard and crisp edges. If you're lucky enough to spot any unusual markings, like a double date or an off-center design, that penny could be even more valuable. Of course, authenticating a coin's grade and value is best left to a professional grading service. They can provide an official grade and potentially even uncover characteristics that you might not have noticed. But if you think you have a gem, it's definitely worth investigating. The current coin market is buzzing with record-breaking prices. Coins like the 1977 penny, especially in mint state or with special characteristics, can fetch impressive sums at auction. Just recently, a high-grade 1977 penny sold for thousands of dollars. This tells us that the appetite for well-preserved coins from this era is stronger than ever. Why the sudden surge in demand? Part of it is nostalgia, as more collectors are searching for pieces from the late 20th century. But it's also due to the historical value and rarity of these coins, which make them true collector's items. Now you've stuck around to hear the big reveal. What a 1977 penny could be worth if all the stars aligned just right. In an absolutely perfect scenario, a rare mint error, a grade of MS70, and the right buyer, the value could skyrocket beyond your wildest imagination. That's right, $167 million. Imagine finding one of these hidden in your change jar, life-changing, to say the least. So next time you see a humble penny, give it a closer look. You never know what treasure you might be holding. Who knew a small piece of copper could hold such incredible value? Thanks for joining us on this journey through the story of the 1977 penny. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. This script builds excitement, provides history and tips, and saves the breathtaking value for the end, ensuring viewers are captivated till the final reveal.